So we start by outlining the paper and outlining the picture we want to use also. So you shade roughly with graphite pencil, and then you shade out the darker spots for you to know where to put your charcoal pencils on. And graphite pencil helps to create a lightening to the charcoal powders, because charcoal powder is a dull pencil, it doesn't shine at all. So mixing charcoal powder together with the graphite helps you gain a shining and stunning portrait. So and then we shade out the lower lips shadow. So that's what I'm doing right there now, and the shadow within the lips, upper lips to the lower lips. So it is really dark right there, but for me to identify the darker places, so I have to shade them out with the graphite pencil first before I go on for my charcoal pencil. So that's what you see me doing right there. So and then I show the shadow under the left eye. So and then the dark spot by the cheek upward. So I shaded them out for me to know. It is really dark though. The cheek is really dark, and then I have to shade them out for me to know where to lay my charcoal powder on. Mostly the forehead, right to the left hand side cheek. So and then you blend it using a tissue paper for a smoother surface, and make sure you do not stain all the light areas. You understand? So you outline the picture and blend it over with a blending stump. So as you can see in the video right there, and you can also use the advantage of the blending stump to create some highlights like the two dots in the iris. So can you see? And you use the medium charcoal pencil, which is 2B charcoal pencil, to highlight. It is the one I'm using to highlight, and you use the brush to make the shadows. Can you see I'm working on the places that I use my graphite pencil to shade mostly? Can you see I blend it using a brush, and then sometimes working over it with a blending stump whenever I see there is a stroke. So let's stay attentively and see what's going on here. So you can see I make, when there is a sharp highlight, make use of the F pencil to make a stronger highlight, and use the brush to add more to the shadows for where to the places that are dark. So right now I'm checking the dark spots. So can you see I'm highlighting the eyebrow, the left eyebrow. So I highlighted it using the medium charcoal pencil, and then work it over with a with a brush. So I work it over again using the same procedure, and then I highlight the places to be shaded. So this forehead to the cheek is a very very dark spot, so I'll walk over it using charcoal powder and a brush. So I must be very carefully for me not to exceed the places I highlighted for the drawing. So you take note of all those and highlight it according to the, and shade it according to the pics in your being given to you. So you shade it exactly to what you see in the picture. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm working it over step by step to show the shape of the cheek accordingly. So and then I shaded the darker spots of the nose with a brush and charcoal powder. So as you can see in the video, so I shaded it out, all the dark spots under the eye, the dark shadows under the eye, I shaded them out, and I outlined the mouth shadows also. So for me to add more shading to the spot, because it is dark also. So I follow these steps shading my portrait. So you must shade the darker places accordingly and the lighter places accordingly. So you let your shadings blend into each other. If your shading do not blend into each other, it will look like a cartoon. So, and we are not drawing cartoon here, right here. We are drawing a realistic drawing. So I know it might not be realistic enough, but at least this is a shot that can teach you more about shading. So I start shading the dark spot in between the upper lips and the lower lips using a soft charcoal pencil. So, and I created a space for the teeth. And then I start shading the darker spots of the nose. So, and then the upper lips shadows. So I start shading the darker spot of the nose, blending the lips, and you must make sure you blend it accordingly. So you shade the dark spots of the nose. You make sure it is really dark as it is in the picture, and if it is not dark in the picture, you shade it accordingly. So, and I used my brush to create the shape of the nose by adding a little amount of charcoal powder and creating the shadow within the lips to the nose. So, and then I erased the thick surfaces lightly because the place is not really dark. So you make sure you add the charcoal where it is needed, and you make a lighter places where it is light according to the picture. So you follow the peaks shading, so in order to shade your own, and don't look at your pics too much, staring at it, that comparing it with your drawing. So you look at it. I don't say you shouldn't look at it at all, but you must look at it. Don't compare it that this place have a high stroke and you put a high stroke there. No, when drawing you put a high stroke and blend it over with a brush or using a blending stump. And then you shade the darker spots over and over again till it is okay for you. as for me, I think this step is okay. You can go further for a darker portrait, but I think this is okay for today. So if my next video will be a very very dark portrait, so this one is just according to the picture. I follow the picture procedure, so I can make it more darker than this, but it is preferable to follow the picture directly. So, and thanks for watching. So subscribe and like, please. So now, like this, we are going to the hair portion. So I made a circle for the background. So the hair is all about circles. I use circles to make the hair, and I added more circles at the black spots and added light circles at the light spot. So as you can see, I'm doing in the video. So the process of making a hair is not that hard, but it will look rough if you first start. So as it is now, can you see it is rough? So you walk it over and over again to get the exact point you want. Thanks for watching the video, and once again, subscribe and like, please, and say your thoughts over the video.